Thanks, Brad, and thank you all for being here. A very, very special day for the Baseball Hall of Fame. Well, every day is special, but I guess today would be a little extra special. Here in Diamond Dreams exhibit, our salute to women in baseball, and very appropriate that we would have this exhibit because of the important role that women have had in helping to shape and grow our game, whether it be on the field, in the front office, or in any of a variety of ways that are connected to baseball. And the pioneering ways of women on the diamond goes back quite a ways to the Vassar College Resolutes, who fielded the team back in 1866. That's the first time an all-women's team existed in baseball. To the early barnstormers of Alta Weiss and Edith Houghton. One barnstormed with an all-male team, one barnstormed with an all-female team in the early 1900s. Their stories are told here, as well as the widely popular AAGPBL, which was so prevalent during World War II and was a great source of entertainment for fans here, with attendance topping 1 million as the United States was involved in World War II. And we move forward from there to Miss Mamie Peanut Johnson, who's with us today. Tremendous. You'll get to meet her a little bit later. One of 4 women to play in the Negro Leagues, and it's just an honor to have her with us in Cooperstown today. She played on the Indianapolis Clowns along with Hank Aaron, Hall of Famer Hank Aaron, a pretty good teammate. I would think maybe he saved her a few runs here and there. Looking ahead to Julie Croteau, who played at the collegiate level in Washington, to Isla Borders, who played with the St. Paul Saints, and then shifting back and looking at baseball at the youth level, and we all owe a great debt of gratitude to Maria Pepe, who in 1972 was the first girl to cross the line in Little League and play in Little League and set such a great example for those who followed. Great achievements as of late. Katie Brunell was here about 10 years ago after throwing a perfect game. And then Chelsea Baker, a young lady who threw 2 consecutive perfect games. Her jersey is here as well. She is now playing on her all-boys high school team, the only female in Hillsborough County and outside of Tampa to have a female on the team. And in June, she actually threw batting practice to the Tampa Bay Rays. And we have great hopes that she'll continue to be successful and blaze a path for women in baseball, so very important. And that gets us, of course, to today. And, of course, Monet Davis, who's with us, along with her teammates from Philadelphia. So great to have them all here. The Taney Dragons, her Little League team that went to the World Series. Glad to have you here, as well as the Anderson Monarchs, her travel team, both in Philadelphia. And she is the fourth girl to start a Little League World Series. She was the first one to win, and she did so in convincing fashion, throwing a 2-hit shutout. And she combined fastball and slider both effectively along the lines of her hero, Clayton Kershaw, but she also mixed in some incredibly good control, probably similar to Claude Monet, who never played baseball but could paint, probably quite similar to Monet Davis. She is here today with her teammates, as I mentioned, and a good friend of mine, a good friend of the museum's, that's brought the team. It was in 1997 that Steve Bandura called me and said he wanted to bring his Anderson Monarchs to Cooperstown and his 1947 bus, which is parked in front of the museum now. And it was great to see the bus roll up again, because what Steve has done in Philadelphia, working in Parks and Recreation there, is truly remarkable. He's a guy with a huge heart, and it's because of him that we're all here today. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Steve.
Thanks. First, I just want to thank Jeff and Brad and everybody from the Hall for making this happen today. We are thrilled to be here. I can't think of a more perfect ending to an incredible summer and a more fitting place to end it than here at the Hall in Cooperstown. From the time we started the Monarchs program back in 1995, we always felt like it was so important to connect the kids to the history of the game, because if you understand where you came from, it's a lot easier to understand where you're going. And from day one, these kids have embraced the history, from the time they wore the Negro League names on their T-ball shirts to getting together every week to watch the entire Ken Burns baseball documentary, to the barnstorming tours, recreating the Negro League barnstorming tours in the 1947 bus that brought us here today. the kids have just, like I said, they've embraced the history. And this summer, this amazing group of kids not only embraced the history, but along with the Jackie Robinson West team from Chicago, they made their own history, and they became role models for inner city kids all across the country. And I just want to applaud them. I think we should recognize that team. Speaking of history and role models, I mean, we're extremely honored today to have a special guest with us, another young lady who made it cool to throw like a girl. From 1953 to 1955, she pitched for the Indianapolis Clowns in the Negro Leagues and compiled an amazing record of 33-8. She's also got a birthday coming up this Saturday. I won't tell you how old she is, but if she wants to tell you, she can. I think it's at 33, or something like that. But she came out to see Monet pitch 2 years ago for the first time. We were barnstorming around the country when we were in D.C. She also made the long trek from D.C. to Williamsport this year to come see Monet pitch her first game. And we're so thrilled that she's here today, and we're so proud to call her our friend, Mamie Peanut Johnson. Miss Mamie.
Thank you. And Steve, thank you for having me. And it's a pleasure to see a replica of me. That's what I say about Monet. She's a wonderful young lady, and I hope and I pray that she continue to be the young lady that she is. And my playing baseball was a great, great, great experience. And I hope hers will be the same. And I thank you so much for having me. And to the young men, keep playing. One day you might be a Hank Aaron or Babe Ruth or Jackie Robinson. It's in you. You can do it. And thank you very much.
Okay, we'd like to bring up our guest of honor here in a sec to present the game jersey that she wore when she became the first girl to win a game at the Little League World Series. But not only did she win a game, she amidst all that hype, she pitched a complete game, 2-hit shutout against with the help of a lot of tremendous defense from her teammates and hitting from her teammates. She pitched a 2-hit complete game shutout, 8 strikeouts, no walks, and she captured the hearts and the imaginations of girls not only in the country but around the world. And we are just so proud that her jersey will be on display here to be an inspiration to just countless generations of girls to come. So here to present her jersey to Jeff is Monet Davis.
And at this point, we will take questions for any of the four, including Monet. I have a microphone here if you want to take that. Anybody who's got a question?
Can you explain, Monet, did you feel like a trailblazer for young women and women in general winning the World Series this year?
Yes, I did, because it'll pave the way for more girls to play baseball, and it'll be a better sport.
Monet, what does it mean to you to present your jersey here today?
It's actually really exciting. I mean, we come here a lot, and it's pretty cool to see all the jerseys, and to see my shutout jersey would be amazing.
Did you ever expect coming here at such a young age?
Well, to come here I did, but not to.
I mean, to have this kind of honor at such a young age.
No, I actually didn't.
Monet, just, talk about, I don't know, just what this means, what you hope when people walk by and see your jersey when they come through here, what do you hope comes to their mind?
Throw like a girl.
And it's amazing to see the generation gap between you two, but you both represent so much for women. Can you talk about what that means, both of you?
Well, actually, it means a great thing because the gap, I'm happy because it took a long time for this to happen. And for her jersey to be here, it's a wonderful thing. And I hope she puts another one here, so it's a good thing, and I'm very proud.
Monet, what got you into baseball? I mean, what started this whole thing?
Coach Steve. I was just playing football one day, and he told me to come try out basketball and baseball, and I just liked it after that.
What do you hope comes from this? I mean, I know you're so young, so you probably aren't thinking too far in advance, but what do you want to do with your baseball career?
I haven't thought about this. Hopefully to go as far as I can.
Finish 8th grade.
Yeah.
You're an inspiration to people who are older than you, but if you could talk to kids that are younger than you, what would you tell them about following their dreams?
To not let anyone stop you and just to keep going because you're your own person and a lot of people are going to try to stop you from doing what you love, so just keep going.